صلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه.
صلوات. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. از ابر دشت نینوا امیر لشکر حسین. از ابر دشت نینوا امیر لشکر حسین. نہنگ کلزم وغا امیر لشکر حسین. خدنگ ترکش قضا امیر لشکر حسین. برنگ شاہ لافتہ امیر لشکر حسین. برنگ شاہ لافتہ امیر لشکر حسین. جری دلیر بافا امیر لشکر حسین. وفا بات معجزہ امیر لشکر حسین. زبر دشت نینوا امیر لشکر حسین. یہ ذوالفقار حیدری یہ شیر بے شے نجف. یہ تیغ تیز ہاشمی نشان جرأت سلف. ہر ایک کا مرکز نظر کفیل تشنگان تف. ہر ایک کا مرکز نظر کفیل تشنگان تف. کنار نہر القمہ تمام فوج کا ہدف. کسی سے پر نہ رک سکا امیر لشکر حسین. زبر دشت نینوا امیر لشکر حسین. بہادران صف شکن میں اس جری کے تذکرے. دلاوران تیغ و زن میں اس جری کے تذکرے. ہر ایک وفا کی انجمن میں اس جری کے تذکرے. ہر ایک وفا کی انجمن میں اس جری کے تذکرے. رسول پاک کے چمن میں اس جری کے تذکرے. غرور آل مصطفیٰ امیر لشکر حسین. زبر دشت نینوا امیر لشکر حسین. حسین کا اخی بھی ہے حسین کا غلام بھی. حسین کا سپر بھی ہے تبر بھی ہے حسام بھی. حسین کا زرا بھی ہے اما بھی ہے سہام بھی. حسین کی زرا بھی ہے اما بھی ہے سہام بھی. حسین حکم دے اگر تو شمر سے کلام بھی، وگر نہ وہ کجا کجا امیر لشکر حسین، زبردشت نینوا امیر لشکر حسین، حسین زین دے اگر ابھی سب کو دیکھ لے، ابھی رات کو شام کو ابھی حلب کو دیکھ لے، ابھی ابھی کوفیان بے ادب کو دیکھ لے، ابھی ابھی کوفیان بے ادب کو دیکھ لے، مقابلہ جو آ پڑے تو کل عرب کو دیکھ لے، مثال شاہ لا فتح امیر لشکر حسین، زبردشت نینوا امیر لشکر حسین، یزید بد نہاد سے سکون ذات چھین لے، محاذین نہر سے حق حیات چھین لے، جو مرضی حسین ہو ابھی فرات چھین لے، جو مرضی حسین ہو ابھی فرات چھین لے، فرات کیا ہے یہ وہ ہے کہ کائنات چھین لے، بڑا بلند حوصلہ امیر لشکر حسین، زبردشت نینوا امیر لشکر حسین، مگر یہاں تو حکم ہے کہ بس علی کے شعر بس، حسین اپنی زندگی سے ہو چکا ہے سیر بس، قریب وقت عصر ہے بس اب میرے دلیر بس، قریب وقت عصر ہے بس اب میرے دلیر بس، ہمارے کوچ میں کہیں مزید ہو نہ دیر بس، کرے گا تباہ کر وہاں امیر لشکر حسین، زبردشت نینوا امیر لشکر حسین، صلوات۔
بر حبیب خدا خاتم الانبیاء بلند تر صلوات۔ تو مصرع غازی عباس کی شان میں، وفا جس کا پڑھے کلمہ اسے عباس کہتے ہیں، وفا جس کا پڑھے کلمہ اسے عباس کہتے ہیں، جسے سجدے کرے سجدہ اسے عباس کہتے ہیں۔ وہ پیاسا پیاس نے جس کی کیا سیراب دریا کو، ہے جس کی پیاس بھی دریا اسے عباس کہتے ہیں۔ جو ہے شبیر کی قوت علی کو ناز ہے جس پر، جو ہے شبیر کی قوت علی کو ناز ہے جس پر، جسے زہرا کہے بیٹا اسے عباس کہتے ہیں۔ جو تھا شبیر کا خادم مگر سب صاحبان دل، جو تھا شبیر کا خادم مگر سب صاحبان دل، اسے آقا اسے مولا اسے عباس کہتے ہیں۔ وفا جس کا پڑھے کلمہ اسے عباس کہتے ہیں۔ صلوات بر محمد و آل محمد۔ اب تو آ جاؤ شہنشاہ وفا، اب تو آ جاؤ شہنشاہ وفا، رو رو کہتی تھی سکینہ رن میں، رو رو کہتی تھی سکینہ رن میں، لٹ گئی ثانی زہرا کی ردا، اب تو آ جاؤ شہنشاہ وفا، اب تو آ جاؤ شہنشاہ وفا، چھین کر سب کی ردائیں اور جلائے خیمے، چھین کر سب کی ردائیں اور جلائے خیمے، ایسے لوٹا ہے مسلمانوں نے، ایسے لوٹا ہے مسلمانوں نے، نہ کیا آل محمد کا حیا، اب تو آ جاؤ شہنشاہ وفا، اب تو آ جاؤ شہنشاہ وفا. شمر نے مارے تماچے ہیں میرے گالوں پہ. شمر نے مارے تماچے ہیں میرے گالوں پہ. جھڑکیاں دے کے اٹھایا ہے مجھے. جھڑکیاں دے کے اٹھایا ہے مجھے. بابا کی لاش پہ رونے نہ دیا. اب تو آ جاؤ شہنشاہ وفا. تم کو عباس کی طاقت پہ بھروسہ تھا بہت. تم کو عباس کی طاقت پہ بھروسہ تھا بہت. قید ہونے سے بچائے تم کو. قید ہونے سے بچائے تم کو. آ کے یہ شمر نے زینب سے کہا. اب تو آج آؤ شہنشاہ وفا. اب تو آ جاؤ شہنشاہ وفا. شام جانے کے لیے قافلہ تیار ہے جو. شام جانے کے لیے قافلہ تیار ہے جو. اس میں ایک رات کی بیاہی ہے کھڑی. ان میں ایک رات کی بیاہی ہے کھڑی. ہاتھوں سے اترا نہیں رنگ حنا. اب تو آ جاؤ شہنشاہ وفا. توڑ دی مار کے اکبر کے جگر میں برچھی. توڑ دی مار کے اکبر کے جگر میں برچھی. اور ستمگر نے کہا مولا سے. اور ستمگر نے کہا مولا سے. یہ سنا ہے کہ تو صابر ہے بڑا. اب تو آ جاؤ شہنشاہ وفا. اب تو آ جاؤ شہنشاہ وفا. رو رو کہتی تھی سکینہ رن میں. رو رو کہتی تھی سکینہ رن میں. لٹ گئی ثانی زہرا کی ردا. اب تو آ جاؤ شہنشاہ وفا. صلوات بر محمد و آل محمد.
محمد و آل محمد صلوات. مولا عباس کی مرثی کے چند اشعار ہیں. جب ہوئے بازوئے عباس قلم دریا پر، جب ہوئے بازوئے عباس قلم دریا پر، گر کے ٹھنڈا ہوا حضرت کا علم دریا پر، غرق کے خون ہو گیا وہ بحر کرم دریا پر، غل تھا زخمی ہوا سقائے حرم دریا پر، مشک کو دانتوں میں پکڑے ہوئے یوں لاتا ہے داہنے شیر میں جس طرح شکارا ہے، غش کی آمد ہے جگر سوز آتش سے ہے کباب ہے جو بے دست ٹھہرتی نہیں پاؤں میں رکا، پیاسے بچوں کے لیے سینے میں دل ہے بیتاب، غم یہی ہے کہ کہیں مشک سے ضائع نہ ہو تیر پہ ہم جو کمانوں سے چلے آتے ہیں، یا علی کہتے ہیں اور مشک پہ جھک جاتے ہیں، کر کے منہ سوئے نجف کہتے تھے بادی دائے تر، یا علی لیجئے مجھ بے کس و مضطر کی خبر، اے شہ عقدہ کشا بادشاہ جن و بشر، چاہتا ہوں میں کہ اس مشک کو پہنچے نازل، آپ کے بیٹے کا شیدا ہوں مدد لازم ہے، آپ کی پوتی کا سبقہ ہوں مدد لازم ہے، اسب سے کہتے تھے عباس یہ بچش میں پر آب، یہاں سے لے چل مجھے اے اسب وفادار شتا، پیاسے ہوویں گے جو سیراب تو ہوئے گا ثواب، کہیں ایسا نہ ہو ساری میری محنت ہو خراب۔ ہائے کیا جانیے کیا بچوں کی حالات ہوگی، مر گئی پیاسی سکینہ تو قیامت ہوگی۔ تیغ کا وار جو عباس کے شانے پا لگا، کٹ کے بازو ہوئے علمدار زمیں پر آیا، دوسرے ہاتھ میں مشکیز کو آخر تھاما، اور گھوڑے کی بھی رفتار کو کچھ تیز کیا، یاد آنے لگی بچوں کی انہیں پیاس بہت، آب دیدہ ہوئے اس صدمے سے عباس بہت، دفعتاً دوسرے بازو پا بھی ایک وار لگا، اور وہ ہاتھ بھی شانے سے قلم ہو کے گرا، مشق کو دانتوں سے عباس جری نے تھاما، فاصلہ خیمہ اطہر کا نہ کم ہوتا تھا، کہہ رہے تھے یہ فرس سے کہ خدا را جلدی مجھ کو تو خدمت شبیر میں پہنچا جلدی، جب ہوئے باز ہوئے عباس قلم دریا پر، اور محمد و آل محمد صلی اللہ علیہ مشک بھر کر سوئے خیمہ جو علمدار چلے، مشک بھر کر سوئے خیمہ جو علمدار چلے، روک روکنے کے لیے رستہ ستمت وار چلے، روکنے کے لیے رستہ ستمت وار چلے، یہ بسر جو اڑاتے ہوئے راہوار چلے، تیر برساتے ہوئے لاکھ ستمگار چلے، تیر برساتے ہوئے لاکھ ستمگار چلے، اب لڑیں یا علم و مشق سنبھالیں عباس، باغ لیں گھوڑے کی یا تیر نکالیں عباس، باغ لیں گھوڑے کی یا تیر نکالیں عباس، ہائے لاکھوں وہ شقی اور وہ تنہا جراح، اے دل افگار کے سبقے تیری جرأت کے نثار، اس طرح مشق کو دانتوں میں دبایا ایک بار، جس طرح شیر غضبناک کے منہ میں ہو شکار، جس طرح شیر غضبناک کے منہ میں ہو شکار، وار پڑتے ہیں تو یہ سر کو جھکا لیتے ہیں، مشق کو سینہ زخمی سے چھپا لیتے ہیں، مشق کو سینہ زخمی سے چھپا لیتے ہیں، دل میں کہتے ہیں کہ یا حیدر صفدر آؤ، بچی مر جائے گی مشکیزے کو تیروں سے بچا، کبھی فرماتے ہیں اے شامیوں یہ قہر نہ ڈھا، سر میرا کاٹ لو پر مشق کو ناوک نہ لگا، سر میرا کاٹ لو پر مشق کو ناوک نہ لگا، قتل کے بعد بھی عباس کو ایذا دینا، پر سکینہ کی امانت اسے پہنچا دینا، پر سکینہ کی امانت اسے پہنچا دینا، اسی طرح سوئے خیمہ شبیر رواں، یک بیک چشم مبارک میں گڑا ایک پیکاں، تیر کھا کر ابھی سنبھلا بھی نہ تھا شیر زیاں، ناگہاں مشق چھدی سر پہ لگا گرز گراں، ناگہاں مشق چھدی سر پہ لگا گرز گراں، خون بہتا رہا جب تک تو نہ زنہار گرے، بہہ گیا آب تو ریتی پہ علمدار گرے، بہہ گیا آب تو ریتی پہ علمدار گرے، منہ سے بے ساختہ نکلی یہ غم انگیز صدا، السلام اے جگر و جان بطول عذرا، السلام اے پسر بادشاہ عقدہ کشا، السلام اے ثمر باغ رسول دو سرا، السلام اے ثمر باغ رسول دو سرا، چھوڑ کے سید والا کے قدم جاتے सकीना से खबरदार के हम जाते हैं, अब सकीना से खबरदार के हम जाते हैं। मश्क भर कर सूए खैमा जो अलमदार चला, और मोहम्मद व आल मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु
Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It is the night of Aba Fadl al-Abbas, and I want to say a couple lines in the honor of his great mother, al-Baneen. The poet says, I saw al-Baneen walking, and she kneels beside each son. She tells them all of her promise. She tells them all of her promise, and she tells them one by one. al-Baneen alayhi salam, they shine within her eyes like stars. It would kill her if they had scars like any mother. She had only a few hours to tell them who she chose them for and give these stars to Ali's son, Mawla Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Our condolences, our love and salam and gratitude to the Imam of our time on the musibat of Aba Fadl al-Abbas alayhi salam, the musibah of Ahl al-Bayt. May Allah give us the ability to continue the few nights, inshallah, and give the true status, give the true worth, serve in the honor of Aba Fadl al-Abbas alayhi salam. I don't want to interrupt you, my brothers, during the majlis, so do me a favor and do the brothers that come in at a later time a favor. Please come as close as possible. I know sometimes with kids it's difficult to manage them at the front. May Allah bless you and your kids, inshallah. They're the flag bearers of Aba Fadl al-Abbas alayhi salam. Inshallah, they continue the message. May Allah, anyone that is sick, may Allah bless them with quick recovery. Anyone that has kids, may Allah protect them in this difficult age. Anyone that does not have kids, and inshallah, may Allah bless you with the Abbas and the Zainabs of Ya Rab, Ya Rab. Surah Al-Fatiha for the marhumin of Sayyid, Surah Al-Fatiha for all our and your marhumin, preceded with Salat ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. And inshallah we learn from these wonderful young kids. They came in ready, Sayyid, with notes and pens. Inshallah I learn and become as diligent as they are, inshallah. With your loudest of salawat, Sayyid Kamil Kazmi, inshallah, will address the member. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين وسيما بقية الله في الأرضين روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء صلوات. We've been talking about in the beginning the etiquettes of the month of Muharram and comparing it to the month of Ramadan. And we said that, in fact, this month, just like the month of Ramadan, is a month of self-development. We talked about how we cannot treat Aba Abdullah as less than our best friend.
just like how we remember our best friend in our hardships, we should remember Abu Abdullah in our hardships as well. We talked about the idea that we cannot be those individuals who don't say salam to Abu Abdullah in the mornings and the night time. We talked about the fact that in any journey of development, mistakes happen. When we make a mistake, what is important is that we don't let that mistake drag us down. We get right back up and try and continue to go towards the caravan of Abu Abdullah. This past Jummah Salah, if you guys attended, a hadith was mentioned about the visitation of Abu Abdullah. Let me open up that hadith a little bit for you guys, inshallah. A companion approaches the Imam and the Imam asks him, "O companion, do you visit Abu Abdullah often?" He says, "No, I'm not able to go to Karbala. We live far away. It's a very difficult journey for me." And the Imam tells him, "You don't have to do much. You go on top of the roof, you look right, you look left, you look up. And then you say, Assalamu alayka ya Abu Abdullah 3 times. And the companion is noted to have done that regularly afterwards. I want to open one aspect of it for you. You see the directions from the Imam alayhi salam, they're exact directions. He told them, go up, look right, look left, look up. And then say, Assalamu alayka. That kaf is kaf al-khitab. Kaf al-khitab means when I'm talking to you and you're before me, right? That kaf is, I will use that particular kaf only in that particular moment. So I say, Assalamu alaykum. Talking to you right now. So, Assalamu alayka ya Abu Abdullah. When you're looking to your right and you're looking to your left and you're looking up, you're recognizing that wherever there is existence, there has to be the door by which existence is given. Wherever there is existence, there has to be the door through which the existence is given. And the Ahlul Bayt are the Babullah bihi yu'ta. They are the door by which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants existence. In fact, it is a recognition that wherever I may be, Abu Abdullah is not separate from me. The need for the ziyarat of Abu Abdullah requires only my attention towards him, for he is always present in that visitation. Salawat, please. We started our journey by talking about the meanings that control us. We saw that the people who were around Hazrat Muslim ibn Aqil, they allocated qudra initially with themselves being with Hazrat Muslim, but as soon as Ibn Ziyad came, they labeled the coins and the power of Ibn Ziyad as qudra, and all of a sudden they jumped ship. We saw that the qudra in the eyes of Abu Abdullah was in fact that right is might, not that might is right. And qudra is always with haqq. The letter that Abu Abdullah wrote to the Banu Hashim said that if you do not join me, you shall never taste victory. We continued and we talked about the idea that the hardship in crossing the line of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is far greater than the hardship of holding ourselves back from crossing that line. Okay? And we continued and said that the life that is better than death is a life which is a life of haqq. And we displayed that by different aspects of spouse selection. And how, when you're looking at different things that are fitri and tabi'i and natural for you to want in your spouse, for you and your spouse to go to the caravan of Abu Abdullah, how those things need to be connected to the caravan in the right way. We continued. We said that, well, what gives value to our life is not just our own life, but in fact we have been pushed by the Ahlul Bayt and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to take ourselves and our Ahl to the caravan. We talked about child tarbiyah there. And understanding the different phases of the child and speaking to them at that phase, such that you can develop individuals who will accompany you towards joining the caravan of Abu Abdullah. And last session we talked about death. And we said, well, is death really the lack of life only? And we saw that in the Quran and the Isra, amongst the Thaqalain, death was actually a point of beauty. It was a transition phase between this particular apparent hayat that you have towards a more real one. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used the word insha when He introduced maut, which was the same word that He used when He was introducing the creation of ourselves as we were being born into this dunya. So death in the eyes of the deen is in fact just a transition phase. And we saw that those who are in the caravan of Abu Abdullah, they understand that. In fact, they understand that so well that they realize that because it's a transition phase, then they will take and join the caravan even if it means letting go of the apparent life. For letting go of the apparent life was not a disconnection with the Creator. Remember that lumberjack that we were hanging from the thread? And when we dropped him and he fell down and he died, even while that lumberjack was dead in our minds, he was still connected to us, the ones giving existence to that lumberjack. Death was not the lack of existence for him. It was a state of being. Salawat, please. I repeat this letter every majlis because in the repetition of these hadiths of the Ahlul Bayt, our hearts become alive. من لحق بنا استشهد ومن لم يلحق بنا لم يدرك الفتح والسلام. Abu Abdullah tells Muhammad ibn Hanafiya and the Banu Hashim, those individuals who join us shall attain shahada, وَمَنْ لَمْ يَلْحَقْ بِنَا, those who do not join us, لَمْ يُدْرِكِ الْفَتْحِ, they shall never achieve victory at all. Today's talk is talking about, well, what types of joining are there? Okay. There are certain types of joining that we have to consider. So for example, look, 5 a.m. in the morning, you wake up and you realize that your driveway is covered with snow and you have to shovel your driveway before you can get your car out, and you have to go to work after that. Right? You're going to go and you're going to shovel the driveway because you have to get to work. But what is your state while you're trying to shovel that particular driveway? Do you want to? It's like you're feeling, yes, I want to go and shovel the driveway. Alhamdulillah, another blessed day that I get to shovel the driveway. No. Your state is not very happy. But still you put your boots on, you take the shovel, you go out and you start shoveling away. This is one way of trying to join the caravan. This is one way of acting on a particular action, right? Where you go and you don't really want to, but you go and you do that particular action anyways. This is one way, okay? What's another way? Imagine a person who gets a ticket fine and now they're in front of a judge. They were speeding on the 401, they were going 50 over the limit, they got a nice $10,000 fine, and they're before the judge, okay? True story. What happens then? Are they going to pay that particular fine? Of course they are. Because they don't want to go to jail. They don't want to get their what comes after not paying that particular fine. They're going to go and they're going to pay that particular fine. But in that paying of that particular fine, their situation is slightly different than the shoveler. Remember, the shoveler was gaining something out of shoveling. He got to go to work. He got to take his car out and go to work and earn a living and so on and so forth. This time, you're just paying a fine. Money is just being taken out of your pocket. You're being saved from further punishment, perhaps. Okay? And another time, you come home and your parents tell you, or your brother tells you that, listen, I'm going to take you to your favorite restaurant. Go get ready. Okay? Now, all of a sudden, when you're going to go get ready to go to your favorite restaurant, you're not going to be like that guy shoveling the snow. You're not going to be like that guy paying the fine. You're going to rush. You're going to run towards the room. Right? Because you like what you're going to get. So the types of joining the caravan of Abu Abdullah are various in their nature. Salawat, please. Which manner is requested from us by the Holy Quran? The Holy Quran is the book of the caravan of Abu Abdullah. Okay? It's not separate from it. We already discussed this. So which particular type of joining is requested from us? I'll read the verse to you. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأطيعوا الله والرسول لعلكم ترحمون. Let's open this up. إطاعة, أطيعوا. See, إطاعة is not normal obedience. إطاعة, if you look at the translation online right now, it will just say obey. But I just told you there are multiple types of obediences. One is like the snow shoveling, one is like the fine paying, and one is like the going to your favorite restaurant. Ita is like none of the above. Ita is a very special type of obedience. What is it like? Imagine you were a really, really crummy brother today. You did some things that weren't really good, right? You bothered your brother, you were not very nice, you were not very respectful to them, and so on and so forth. But still, your brother comes to you and says, I really want to take you to your favorite restaurant. You seem to be having a very horrible day today. Go get ready. You're going to rush and you're going to try to get ready because you want to go to the restaurant, but at the same time, you're going to be feeling humble before your brother too because you were a crummy brother today. You don't deserve this. You're going to have humility with you. Ita'ah has two things hidden within it. One is desire, and the second thing is humility. وَأَتِيءُ اللَّهِ وَالرَّسُولِ. Do the ita'ah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Rasul. Ita'ah meaning obey, willingly and with humility. Okay? Is the Rasul going to teach you something other than what Allah is saying? Of course not. So the verse says, وَأَتِيءُ اللَّهِ, it could have been sufficient. Is na'udhu billah وَالرَّسُولِ an addition? No, it's not. It has meaning there for me and you. See, sometimes we're easy to fool ourselves and say we're following Allah. Hamara dil to saaf hai. Okay? But Allah is saying, listen, if you wish to say that, if you wish to say that hamara dil to saaf hai, well, that is only possible if your actions are pure too. And guess who tells you the action? The Sharia of the Rasul himself. وَأَتِيُوا اللَّهِ وَالرَّسُولِ. He doesn't say, he could have said other things. He could have said Ahmad here, for example. Right? He mentions him by his risala, the messenger. Hence, follow the message. And the message is nothing but the Sharia. Okay? So willingly obey Allah and willingly and humbly obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by means of the Sharia that the Holy Prophet has brought. لَأَلَّكُمْ. See, if I want to go to the gym to get fit, when you have natural outcomes coming, I want to get fit, one of the natural means of getting fit is going to the gym. Okay? So if I go and I join the gym, I will say لَأَلَّ fitness. لَأَلَّ is used for when A leads naturally to B. I'm eating food, la'alla I get full. Food is supposed to make me full. When you have a natural consequence of A leading you to B, you'll use the word la'alla. So over here the verse is saying, لَأَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ, meaning in this willing obedience and this humble obedience, you're going to go from this A, which is this obedience, to B, which is turhamun. So now let's open up turhamun for a second. This is important. Salawat, please. Mercy. Raham. Mercy. Imagine you are a prisoner and you're before the judge and the judge passes a sentence on you and you say, have mercy on me, please, judge. And the judge says, okay, I'm going to have mercy. And he doesn't reduce the sentence at all. Okay? He says, I feel really bad for you. And then he gives the exact same sentence to you. Are you going to say he had mercy on you? No. Imagine you go to a teacher, you've failed your exam, you got 49%, you need 1 more percent to pass. And you go to the teacher and say, please have mercy on me. Okay? God forbid this is the case for us. We're supposed to be the best of students, inshallah. So you go up to the teacher and you say, please have mercy. The teacher looks at your exam paper, says you got 49, says, I have a lot of mercy for you and emotions for you. Here you go. And he gives you the paper back and it says 49. You're going to say, well, that's not mercy. So to open up this understanding of mercy, let me tell you another word in the Arabic language that uses the same root letters. Because in the Arabic language, when you have the same usage of root letters, then you can understand what that root letter might actually mean. The womb is called a raham. Why? Because it provides the nutrients and needs of the fetus. That person who was before the judge asking for mercy was saying, I have a need, which is that this fine be lifted from me. He was asking for his need to be fulfilled. And he asked for that by the means of the word mercy, rahmah. That student who went to the teacher and said, please, I want to pass this course. I don't want to have to pay the tuition again to take this course. He had a need and he went to his professor to ask for rahmah, meaning that need to be fulfilled. So rahmah now is in fact exactly that. It is the fulfillment of your needs. Salawat, please. So if we relook at the verse right now and say, okay, after this understanding, how would we go about this verse in an explanation? We'll say, willingly obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by means of the sharia of the Holy Prophet, such that the natural outcome of that is that you have your needs fulfilled. وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَالرَّسُولَ لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ. Sometimes the verses of the Holy Quran, we have to use them with our intellect. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all over the Quran says, أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ? Are you not the ones who use your intellect? Are you not the ones who think? Are you not the ones who ponder? Are you not the ones who does tadabbur? Okay. When we look at the Holy Quran, we have to use our intellect and open up the meanings and understand what is exactly going on here. Salawat, please. Well, the question still remains. Why? Why willingly obey Allah and the Rasul? To have my needs fulfilled. Why do I want my needs fulfilled? We have something called hubbun nafs, the love of ourselves. This is a great blessing of Allah that's been given to us. This is the reason why when you go outside in winter, you want to wear a jacket, because you don't want to get cold, because you want to protect yourself. This is the reason that when you go onto the streets, you don't walk on the middle of the road, you walk on the sidewalks, because you don't want to be hit by the cars. Hubbun nafs is a very fitri and real thing within us. We all like ourselves. This is the mechanism that makes us survive. Hubbun nafs is a very important mechanism, and we get it from Allah in our fitrat. Why do you go to work? Because you want to earn some money for yourself. Why do you want to earn money? Because you want to buy a burger for yourself. You don't want the money to look at it. What are you going to do with a piece of paper just looking at it? Imagine someone came to you and said, I will give you $5 billion, but you can't spend another penny in your life. You say, well, what use is that money? I'm going to carry it on my back? Use it as a paperweight? The reality of the situation is, when we go about fulfilling our needs, the root of that is hubbun nafs, and that's not a bad thing. That's a very good thing. All of humanity will agree with us so far, correct? Correct? Yes. Okay. Salawat, let's continue. See, at this very base level, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that the base level motivator for all of you is that you all love yourselves and you all have needs. And if you want those needs to be fulfilled, let me tell you how. Follow what I am telling you and your needs are going to get fulfilled. Okay? At this level, those individuals who are dunyavi and are ukhravi, well, they're at the same level together for now. The difference comes at the point of death. Those individuals who don't believe in a life after death, their entire mechanism of seeing what their needs are and if they're being fulfilled or not is gauged by that duration from the birth until the death, the apparent death. They don't believe in anything after that. So they're saying, okay, if I want my needs fulfilled, it has to be fulfilled here. It's like you going to that professor and saying, can I have that extra mark, please? And they're saying, yeah, I'm going to give it to you, inshallah. But you're saying, I'm applying for universities now. I need that mark now. They're like, no, inshallah, I'll give it to you. Okay? You're not going to feel satisfied if it was the case that you felt that your needs are not being fulfilled where they matter. Hence, you're limiting your understanding of your existence from the beginning of your life until the death. And if that was the case, then you're looking for this rahmah and you're looking for this need to be met only in this scope. And this is the main difference between those that are in the caravan of Abu Abdullah and outside. Let me share a story with you. Salawat, please. See, imagine you have two individuals. Both of them get a paycheck at the beginning of the month, okay? And they have to take this paycheck and they have to play with it in a manner that basically can last until the end of the month, correct? In the beginning of the first week, if they go to the grocery store and they buy all the chocolates and ice creams and every single thing they want, okay? At the end of the first week, all of a sudden their paycheck is bye-bye, gone. The next 3 weeks are going to be very difficult for that particular person. In the second scenario, assume this individual also gets his paycheck, but he doesn't know when he will get his next paycheck. Okay? He doesn't know. This guy also goes and says, you know what, I don't know when the next paycheck is going to be, so let's just meet our needs. And he goes to the grocery stores and he buys out everything that he wishes to buy. And after the week, he's in trouble. Okay? The first person who knew the duration fully, if you go to him and you say, hey, how do you think you should actually utilize your paycheck? He'll say, well, you know what? I know the duration from the beginning of the month to the end of the month. So I'm going to make sure that my need, the way I define need, is not limited to the first week now. My need is defined by the entire duration, which is the beginning of the month till the end of the month. And if that means that in the first week I have to let go of some chocolates, that's okay because I get to get some pizza later on, for example. Okay? So this individual now all of a sudden says, in case one, he says, well, I'm not going to be foolish enough to spend everything that I have just in the first week. I'm going to make sure that that paycheck that I have, I'm going to carry it all the way till the end of the month. The key difference between those that are in the caravan of Abu Abdullah and those that are out of the caravan of Abu Abdullah at the first level, at the very first level, is what? Those that are in the caravan of Abu Abdullah, they did what? Ustushhid. They became shaheed. They realized that death is not the end of a connection, it is rather the beginning of another. Okay? So their definition of need now is not from their beginning of their birth until they die. They understand that the allocation of need is now from the beginning of their birth until, there's no until. the hereafter is part of their needs too. That individual who was planning his month with the finances and so on and so forth, is it the case that the first week he bought nothing? No. He enjoyed the first week too, but appropriate to his need. He didn't splurge the first week, but it's not the case that he did nothing either. So he used the first week at its capacity as long as it was not hindering the entirety. Why? Because he has love of himself. He loves himself. This love of himself made him rationalize and say, you know what? It cannot be that I limit myself only to the first week, because I also exist in the second week, and the same I that exists in the third week too. That I is not changing. And that hub of that I, the hub of that nafs, drives him now to make sure that he doesn't waste all of his money in the beginning, and ensures that he's able to carry it through too. And it also makes sure that he's the I in the first week too, so he enjoys that too. Salawat, please. So the major difference between those that are in the caravan and those that are out is those who are in realize that this world is not the death line is not the end of the journey. The real difference between those in the caravan and those outside of the caravan is they recognize that death is not the end of the journey. Sometimes this realization ends up coming to us a little too late. Imagine the first week the person went and spent all of their money, and on week 2, now that he's getting hungry, he realizes, 3 more weeks of this hunger to go. He's going to be in trouble. Let me narrate a story for you guys. On his deathbed, you guys know who Amr As is? Shake of hands. Amr As, yes, you know who he is? He's one of the people who was with Muawiyah. And he was a very cunning person. He was somebody who was not a good person, and he is actually one of the perpetrators of what happened to Amir al-Mu'minin in Siffin, where basically Amir al-Mu'minin was forced to take arbitration, basically. Okay, the one who actually was the mastermind behind that was Amr As. Amr As on his deathbed has some poetries. Some of the lines of the poetry is that I sold my akhirah for a few coins of Muawiyah. Now it's too late. Now at this particular point, this guy is looking at what's going on and he's saying, well, I sold my akhirah for the few coins of Muawiyah. Now he spent all that particular time on the first week. In the beginning of the second week, he's like, 4 more weeks to go. That's a little too late to join the caravan of Abu Abdullah. Salawat, please. You see, since the creation of mankind, since the creation of this school that we're in, this classroom that we're in, that one batch of students comes in, and then they're graduating, and another batch of students comes in, and then they're graduating. Since the beginning of this institution, this school that we find ourselves, that we call the dunya, right? The system and the sunnah of Allah and His representatives have been always the same. It's been the same. They didn't come take their sword out and say, believe, and if you don't believe, we're going to chop your neck off. No, they didn't do that. See, in Islam, if you were somebody who was not Muslim and you wanted to enjoy the benefits of living in Medina, because it had security, it had safety, it had a judicial system in it, all of that coming from Islam. If you wanted to join the benefits of living in Medina, all you had to do was pay tax. Okay, you have to pay jizya, a tax. I wasn't going to open this, but let me open this. Even that jizya is actually not something that Islam is saying, you know what, we like money, let's get some out of these people. No. Basically, Islam is saying that those individuals who do وَأَتِيُوا اللَّهَ وَأَتِيُوا الرَّسُولَ, their natural outcome is that they're going to get their needs met. And guess what? Some of the needs that they have is in this dunya. They need a judicial system. They need a society that is loving. They need the capacity for these things. So in fact, those who actually did ita'ah of Allah and His Rasul and established this system of theirs, they get to enjoy that. That's part of their rewards of establishing it. But you who doesn't believe in Allah, who doesn't believe in the Rasul, you're somebody who's Ahl al-Kitab or whatever the case may be, if you want to join in this is not a reward for anything for you because you don't have that ita'ah in you. So hence you have to actually pay for this because this is not a reward for you. Okay? The rahmah that Allah gives to us is also in this establishment of this dunya as well. The allowance for you to have a family such that your wife is told that, listen, you have to have love for your husband, and the husband is told that you are the wali of the house, and this system and this blueprint that the Anbiya were craving to have, we get given to us for free. This blueprint is valuable. This way of living is valuable. We get it handed to us for free. But not for free really, for ita'ah of Allah and the Rasul. Salawat please. See, in our deen, we have this understanding that Allah's representatives, Allah's messengers, all they did was they took man to a river and they made him realize that, man, you are thirsty and here is water. And they bent down and they drank some of that water and said, you do the same. Okay? Surah Taghabun. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول. Please note over here, أطيعوا is repeated. There's a reason for that. We might get into that later. وأطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول فإن توليتم فإنما على رسولنا البلاغ المبين. That if you turn back from a Rasul, know that the only job of a Rasul is what? Balagul Mubin. To just let you know, hey buddy, you're thirsty and you need water, and here's the river, and this is how you should drink water. That's all their job is. Their job is not to put your head into the water and say, drink, and make you drink. They can't actually. Willing obedience is something that you cannot enforce on someone. Understand this point very, very critically. Willing obedience is not something that is possible to be enforced. It's not possible. Such a thing is not possible. To make somebody else will to obey you, to control that. No, they have to will it themselves. You can lay the foundation of developing that, and that's exactly what we have been asked to do. That's exactly what the Anbiya did. They set up a system in which where the people themselves were able to get to the place of the river, recognize that they're thirsty, and willingly go down and drink. Some did not. So the system of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from Nabi Adam all the way till Qiyamah, the source of guidance has always been one item, which is what? Prepare the people to reach the level of intikhab, of choice. Okay? That if they wish to join the caravan of Abu Abdullah, let them know what this caravan is, let them know the qualities of that, and if they wish to, they must do it themselves. No one else will come and do it for them. They can't, in fact. See, consider this. I give you all one seed to plant, okay? You take it home, you put it in soil, you put water, you put it in the sun, okay? All you're able to do is what? You're able to give that seed the development capacity, period. You can't grow that seed. You can't grow it. The seed has to grow itself. You're only providing it the nutritions and the needs that it has and it requires for it to grow. But the growing is done by who? The seed itself. So now it's no one else's job. If somebody else has reached a very high status, if someone else has joined the caravan already, if somebody else has a plant that's already sprouting, it doesn't matter. Each one of us has to look at themselves. And why? For the same reason you wear the jacket when you go outside in winter. Hubbun nafs, really, the lowest level. Salawat, please. See, there's a riwayat of Amir al-Mu'mineen that is typically not understood correctly. The riwayat goes like this, that there are 3 types of worshippers. Okay? First type is the worshippers of the tujjar, those businessmen. Okay? Second type is worship of the fearful people. And the third type is the worship of the ahrar, or those who love Allah purely. Sometimes this hadith is explained, but what they forget is that Amir al-Mu'mineen is explaining 3 types of worship. All 3 are good. Amir al-Mu'mineen is explaining 3 types of worship. Yes, in that there are levels. The lowest level for obeying the deen and obeying the sharia is hubbun nafs, the lowest level. I like myself. I don't want myself to be having my needs not met. And hence, just like I will wear a jacket outside, if I have belief and I have an understanding that death is not the end of the journey, if I have an understanding that death is not the end of the journey, then I'm going to make sure that I appropriately spend the resources that I have. I do wa ati'ullah wa ati'ur rasul. لَأَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ. So my needs are met. So in fact, now in following and running after the caravan of Aba Abdullah, I'm willing to do that. I want to do that. I'm desirous of that. Which one of us, when we, winter time, which one of us is not desirous of a jacket? Okay. So when I recognize and this light is open and I see that, oh yeah, death isn't the end, just like how that lumberjack, when I killed it in my mind, its connection to its creator remained. It's not the case that the lumberjack stopped existing. In fact, the only time the lumberjack would stop existing is when the creator cuts that connection. Okay? When the creator cuts that connection. And in fact, we know the fact that the creator has told us that I will not cut the connection. Yes, I will place you in your heaven or in hell. But in both cases, the connection is not going to be cut. Okay? Salawat, please. So Karbala is neither the start of the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nor is it the end of the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The message has always been the same and shall always remain the same. Bring man to realize that they have needs and those needs need to be fulfilled by means of following the Sharia and the Rasul that Allah has sent for them, period. But then the question arises, what makes Karbala so unique? Karbala is very unique. Consider this analogy, please. Underneath the ground, you have this massive body of water, okay? And connected to that same massive body of water, you have different springs coming out. Each spring, based on the circumstances of where it's coming out, has different attributes associated to it. Some are gushing out, some are flowing slowly, but all of them are connected to the same source and the same body of water. If Imam Kazim was in the position that Imam Hussein was in, we would have the same effects from Imam Kazim. That which makes special this event, that which makes special Karbala, is the circumstances that the wali of Allah found himself in and displayed the absolute attributes of Allah there. See, unfortunately, sometimes we think that the Kamal of the Ahlul Bayt was in killing 50,000 and throwing a door so high and ripping apart. No, these are not the Kamal of the Ahlul Bayt. Why? How do you know? Put a nuclear bomb, throw it, and it'll kill much more than 50,000. Take a crane and throw a door, right? It could throw it much further than a person can. So the Kamal of the Ahlul Bayt is not outdone by other mechanisms. The Kamal of the Ahlul Bayt is that they are the manifestation of Allah's traits that nothing in the world can do. It takes a Hussein ibn Ali to forgive someone like Hur and make him the best of creatures. This is the Kamal of the Ahlul Bayt. This is the mu'jiza of the Ahlul Bayt. Salawat, please. Another salawat, please. So now by coming to the land of Karbala, individuals with their thirsty lips and thirsty mouths showed the world that truly you are the ones that are thirsty and we are the ones that are taking in the water of real life. They showed the world that death is not the end of the journey. For look, we're willing to give up this life so easily for something we consider much greater than it. Tonight, we are here to remember someone who was completely dissolved in his master, just like a word is dissolved in its meaning. When you think the word tree, you're not thinking of T-R-E-E. You're thinking of that meaning of tree. Aba Abdullah was the meaning and the word was Abul Fadl. He was entirely dissolved in the meaning, such that when you focus on Abul Fadl Abbas, he leads you to Aba Abdullah. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Today we remember the moon that reflects the light of the sun. Today we reflect the qamar of the Bani Hashim. Today we remember Abbas ibn Ali. Such a great personality he was. Even to this day, his haram sends us the pathway. His haram is the pathway by which we go towards Hussein. Such was Abbas ibn Ali. Abbas ibn Ali has multiple brothers in Karbala. He tells each of them that go to the battlefield and fight the good fight. And I wish to see you before the Mawla, Shaheed. And each of them go, and as they battle and they fight the enemies surround them and they beat them and they fall and they're about to become shaheed and they say, Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. And Abul Fazl Abbas and Imam Hussein rushed towards their sides. How lucky these individuals were that in their last moments, Aba Abdullah and Abul Fazl Abbas were preventing the enemies from hurting them. They were around two of the most pious individuals as they were transitioning from this world to the next. It comes a time on the day of Ashura when Abul Fadl goes to Imam Hussein alayhi salam. He says, Ya Mawla, I wish to go and defend the haram of Allah. I wish to go and defend the haram of Aba Abdullah. Aba Abdullah tells Hazrat Abbas, O Abbas, you are my sahibul liwa. Liwa is the alam, the command position. Oh Abbas, you are the general of my army. Abul Fazl tells Abu Abdullah, "Oh Abu Abdullah, at this point there is no Qasim. There are none of your companions. We don't have an army left, Ya Abu Abdullah." Abu Abdullah gives permission to Hazrat Abbas to go to the Euphrates and get water for the tent. And Abu Abdullah is watching his brother, this sabur and patient brother, go towards the Euphrates. Abul Fazl goes towards the water. جو پانی تک پہنچتے ہیں وہ پانی کو اپنے ہاتھ میں لیتے ہیں اور دیکھتے ہیں، اے نفس، تمہارا مولا پیاسا ہے. روایت میں لکھا ہے کہ انہوں نے پانی کو واپس پھینک دیا. وہ مشکیزے کو بھر کے خیمے گاہ کی طرف بڑھ رہے ہیں. اشقیاء ان سے ڈر کے ان کے پیچھے پیچھے آتے ہیں. ایک لائن ان کے ہاتھ کی طرف وار کرتا ہے. ابا عبداللہ مشکیزوں کو دوسرے ہاتھ سے پکڑتے ہیں. دوسرا لائن ان کے ہاتھ پہ حملہ کرتا ہے. ابا عبداللہ کہتے ہیں تم میرے ہاتھ کاٹ سکتے ہو لیکن میں کبھی بھی اپنے راستے کو نہیں چھوڑوں گا. میں اپنے مولا کی مدد کرتا رہوں گا. وہ مشکیزوں کو پکڑ کے چل رہے ہوتے ہیں خیمے گاہ کی طرف. ایک زمانہ آتا ہے کہ ابا عبداللہ سنتے ہیں السلام علیک یا اخا. بعض روایت کے جملے لکھا ہوا ہے یا اخی ادرک اخاک، اے بھائی اپنے بھائی کی مدد کرو. روایت کے جملے ہیں کہ ابا عبداللہ کہتے ہیں کہ میری کمر ٹوٹ گئی عباس کے غم کے بعد. یا حسین، یا ابو الفضل عباس، آپ کے آخری لمحوں کے اندر حسین ابن علی آپ کے پاس موجود ہیں. وہ دشمنوں کو آپ کے قریب نہیں آنے دے رہے. یا ابو الفضل عباس، میں کیا بتاؤں، روز عاشوراء امام زمانہ کے جملے ہیں. قتل گاہ کے اندر حضرت امام حسین علیہ السلام کو دشمنوں نے گھیر رکھا ہے. وہ اپنے ہاتھوں کو کھول رہے ہیں اور اپنے ہاتھوں کو بند کر رہے ہیں اور اپنی آنکھوں سے خیمے گاہ کی طرف نگاہ کر رہے ہیں. اِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ. May Allah allow us to be those individuals who, just like our Mawla Abbas, sees life in the death for Imam Hussein alayhi salam. May He allow us to be those individuals, just like for our Mawla Abbas, uses our hands and gives them up if needed to protect something much more important. These small things that we have in this dunya, these difficulties that we have in this dunya, they're nothing compared to our hands. May He allow us, for the sake of the love of Abul Fazl Abbas, to be those individuals who give up the small problems of this dunya and go towards the akhirah with a passion. Ya Hussein, 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 Ya Hussein.
میں کیسے اٹھوں آقا، میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہیں، میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہیں. میں کیسے اٹھوں آقا، میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہیں، میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہیں. پاؤں نہیں چھو سکتا، میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہیں، میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہیں. آقا یہ غلامی کا صلہ کیسا دیا ہے، کس پیار سے سر آپ نے زانوں پہ رکھا ہے، اٹھ کر سلام کرتا میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے، میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے۔ جو ہاتھ تیرے کام نہ آئے میرے مولا، بچپن میں ہی کٹ جاتے تو ہوتا بہت اچھا، تم ان کو نہیں چھونا میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے، میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے۔ اور اعضائے بدن کم ہو تو پہ کر نہیں ہوتا، معذور پہ گھر والا بھی مضطر نہیں ہوتا، ہاں گھر مجھ کو نہ لے جانا میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے، میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے۔ بھاری ہے علم تم نہ اٹھاؤ اسے مولا، ٹوٹی ہے کمر دیکھیے تنہا نہ اٹھے گا، آقا میں ہوں شرمندہ میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے، میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے۔ اور گودی میں سکینہ کو، گودی میں سکینہ کو اٹھاؤں گا میں کیسے، کس طرح نبھاؤں گا غلامی کے طریقے، یہ کم تو نہیں صدمہ میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے، میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے۔ ہاں میں ضامن چادر تھا، محافظ تھا حرم کا، اور اب زندہ بھی رہ جاؤں تو کیا فائدہ آقا، ہاں زینب کو بتا دینا میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے، میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے۔ جب زی سے زمین کی طرف آنے لگا مولا، نہ کوئی مددگار تھا نہ کوئی سہارا، اس وقت خیال آیا میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے، میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے۔ میں ضامن چادر تھا، محافظ تھا حرم کا، اب زندہ بھی رہ جاؤں تو کیا فائدہ آقا، ہاں زینب کو بتا دینا میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے، میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے۔ پاؤں نہیں چھو سکتا میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے، میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے۔ میں کیسے اٹھوں آقا میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے، میرے ہاتھ نہیں ہے۔ یا باس یا باس یا باس یا باس یا باس یا عباس 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 یا عباس. بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا. کیا سوچ رہے ہیں حضرت عباس اپنی آخری سانسوں میں؟ سب اس کو محسوس کیجئے گا. بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا. شہرگے شبیر پہ شہرگے شبیر پہ خنجر چلایا جائے گا. بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا. بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا. بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا. بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا. شہرگے شبیر پہ شہرگے شبیر خنجر چلایا جائے گا. بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا. بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا. میری سانسیں بند ہونے پر قیامت آئے گی. بعد میرے چادر تطہیر لوٹی جائے گی. بیت زہرا کی طرح بیت زہرا کی طرح خیمہ جلایا جائے گا. بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا. بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا. بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا. میرے ہاتھوں کے قلم ہونے سے ہے دکھ یہ سوا. شامیوں کے ہاتھ ہوں گے اور زینب کی ردا. شام تک کتنے ہی ہاتھوں شام تک کتنے ہی ہاتھوں پر اٹھایا جائے گا. بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا. بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا. بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا. آئے گی بابا کی میت پر سکینہ رونے جب. سیدہ زینب ہی جانے شمر کے ہاتھوں سے تب. کس طرح بی بی کے بالوں کس طرح بی بی کے بالوں کو چھڑایا جائے گا. بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا. بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا. بعد میرے ظلم یہ کیسی بے چینی میں ہوگا سیدہ زہرا کا چین، کس طرح زندہ رہے گا اس گھڑی مولا حسین۔ تیر جب اصغر کی گردن، تیر جب اصغر کی گردن پہ چلایا جائے گا، بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا، بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا۔ قاتل اکبر میرے مولا کا لیں گے امتحان، توڑ دیں گے شکل پیغمبر کے سینے میں سنا۔ صبر بوڑھے باپ کا، صبر بوڑھے باپ کا یوں آزمایا جائے گا، بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا، بعد میرے سارے گھر نے سیدہ کہہ کر بلایا ہے جنہیں، شام لے جائیں گے کر کے قید جب شامین ہیں۔ زینب و کلثوم کو، زینب و کلثوم کو کہہ کر بلایا جائے گا، بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا، بعد میرے ظلم یہ مولا پہ ڈھایا جائے گا۔
باوفا یا باس، باوفا یا باس، باوفا غازی میرے، باوفا غازی میرے، باوفا غازی میرے، باوفا غازی میرے، باوفا یا باس، باوفا یا باس، سلام غازی، سلام غازی، وفا کا تو ہے امام غازی، سلام غازی، سلام غازی، وفا کا تو ہے امام غازی، سلام غازی، سلام غازی، وفا کا تو ہے امام غازی، سلام غازی، سلام غازی، وفا کا تو ہے امام غازی۔ جگہ جگہ ہے علم گواہی، دلوں پہ تیری ہے بادشاہی، جگہ جگہ ہے علم گواہی، دلوں پہ تیری ہے بادشاہی، لبوں پہ تیرا ہے نام غازی، وفا کا تو ہے امام غازی، سلام غازی، سلام غازی، وفا کا تو ہے امام غازی، سلام غازی، سلام غازی، وفا کا تو ہے امام غازی، تیرے علم کا ہے ہم پہ سایہ، علم پہ سایہ ہے پنج تن کا، تیرے علم کا ہے ہم پہ سایہ، علم پہ سایہ ہے پنج تن کا، بلند تیرا مقام غازی، وفا کا تو ہے امام غازی، سلام غازی، سلام غازی، وفا کا تو ہے امام غازی، باوفا سلام غازی، وفا کا تو ہے امام غازی، باوفا یا باس، باوفا یا باس، یا باس، یا وفا یا باس، علم کا جب سے हुआ है साया ज़मीन करबो बला पे मौला अलम का जब से हुआ है साया ज़मीन करबो बला पे मौला तेरा है चलता निज़ाम गाजी वफा का तू है इमाम गाजी सलाम गाजी वफा का तू है इमाम गाजी सलाम गाजी वफा का तू बावफा है तू लापता है बे आसरों का तू आसरा है तू बावफा है तू लापता है बे आसरों का तू आसरा है जहाँ में चर्चा है आम गाजी वफा का तू है इमाम गाजी सलाम गाजी वफा का तू है इमाम गाजी हुस्साम गाजी सलाम गाजी वफा का तू है इमाम गाजी हुसैन मौला से प्यार करना हुसैन पर जान सार करना हुसैन मौला से प्यार करना हुसैन पर जान करना ये है तो तेरा पयाम गाजी वफा का तू है इमाम गाजी सलाम गाजी वफा का तू है इमाम गाजी सलाम वफा का तू है इमाम गाजी जो तेरे बाजू कलम न होते असीर अहले हरम न होते जो तेरे बाजू कलम न होते असीर अहले हरम न होते न जाती ज़ैनब यू शाम गाजी वफा का तू है इमाम गाजी सलाम गाजी वफा का तू है इमाम गाजी सलाम गाजी वफा का तू है इमाम गाजी
تھا یہ عباس کا نوحہ جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے تھا یہ عباس کا نوحہ جب میرے ہاتھ تھا یہ عباس کا نوحہ جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے تھی تصور میں سکینہ تھی جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے تھا یہ عباس کا نوحہ جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے تھا یہ عباس کا نوحہ جس گھڑی ہاتھ قلم ہو گئے میرے آقا میں نے مشکیز کو دانتوں سے سنبھالا مولا میں نے مشکیز کو دانتوں سے سنبھالا مولا مشک کو تیر نے چھیدا مشک کو تیر نے چھیدا جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے تھا یہ عباس کا نوحہ جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے تھا یہ عباس کا نوحہ جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے ظلم جو مجھ پہ ہوئے ہیں وہ سناؤں کیسے، ایک شکی گرز ستم مار کے سر پر میرے، ایک شکی گرز ستم مار کے سر پر میرے، مجھ کو گھوڑے سے گرایا، مجھ کو گھوڑے ہاں مجھ کو گھوڑے سے گرایا، جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے تھا یہ عباس کا نوحہ، جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے تھا یہ عباس کا نوحہ، جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے کچھ دکھائی نہیں دیتا تھا مجھے آنکھوں سے، زخمی کرتے تھے لئی لفظوں کی تلواروں سے، زخمی کرتے تھے لئی لفظوں کی تلواروں سے، اشکیاں دیتے تھے تانا، اشکیاں دیتے تھے تانا، اشکیاں دیتے تھے تانا، جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے تھا یہ عباس کا نوحہ، جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے تھا یہ عباس کا نوحہ، جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے، دیکھ کر مجھ کو یہ کہنے لگے رن میں آدھا، لے لو عباس سے دلاور سے علی کا بدلہ، لے لو عباس سے دلاور سے علی کا بدلہ، سب نے مل کر کیا حملہ، سب نے مل کر کیا حملہ، ہاں سب نے مل کر کیا حملہ، جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے تھا یہ عباس کا نوحہ، جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے تھا یہ عباس کا نوحہ، جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے، بہہ گیا مشک سکینہ سے جو سارا پانی، مجھ کو رلوانے لگے اور ستم کے بانی، مجھ کو رلوانے لگے اور ستم کے بانی، میں نے دیکھا سوئے خیمہ، میں نے دیکھا سوئے خیمہ، میں نے دیکھا سوئے خیمہ، جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے تھا یہ عباس کا نوحہ، جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے تھا یہ عباس کا نوحہ، جب میرے ہاتھ کٹے یا عباس 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 یا ہلچل ہے فوج شام میں عباس آتے ہیں، 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 ہلچل ہے فوج
شام میں عباس آتے ہیں ہلچل ہے فوج شام میں عباس آتے ہیں ہلچل ہے فوج شام میں عباس آتے ہیں ہلچل ہے فوج شام میں عباس آتے ہیں ہلچل ہے فوج شام میں عباس آتے ہیں ہلچل ہے فوج شام میں عباس آتے ہیں تیروں پہ تیر نیزوں پہ نیزے چلاتے ہیں تیروں پہ تیر نیزوں پہ نیزے چلاتے ہیں ہلچل ہے فوج شام میں عباس آتے 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 ہیں کیا وقت پڑ گیا ہے محمد کی آل پر کیا وقت پڑ گیا ہے محمد کی آل پر چادر نہیں یا بس 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 چادر نہیں ہے بالوں سے منہ کو چھپاتے ہیں ہلچل ہے فوج شام میں عباس آتے 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 ہیں اصغر کو ماں چھپاتی ہے جھک جھک کے گود میں اصغر کو ماں چھپاتی ہے جھک جھک کے گود میں خیموں کو توڑ بس یا 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 بس خیموں کو توڑ توڑ کے جب تیر آتے ہیں ہلچل ہے فوج شام میں عباس 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 آتے ہیں
बर मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सलवात
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد عظم الله أجوركم. Please, we'll have 4 or 5 minutes of a break. Inshallah, we'll have adhan very shortly on time. Please use the washroom if you need to, as soon as you can, so our sisters we can have the space set up for them. عظم الله أجوركم وأجورنا بمصابنا أبا فضل العباس عليه السلام. Please use the washrooms if you need to reset your wudu.